Welcome back. So last time we got the axle plates made up as well as the pivots for the swing arm, for the front of the swing arm. So this episode we're just going to get on the bender, start bending tubing, kind of just get it all shaped how we want it, tack weld it all together when it's on the bike, and then get the thing on the welding table, fully weld the whole swing arm up. So let's get started.
All right, so I am fucking garbage at documenting shit, but it's hard when you're doing site, when you're ciphering shit out and trying to figure it all out. Anyways, got these two bars on, bent at 25 degrees to make sure the axle plates are straight instead of having two bars going through the axle plates, and making sure that they're not all kitty wonkus. I just put an angle finder on both sides, tack welded these on, they're nice and tight. So now we're going to start coping out the cross piece right here between the two behind the rear shock. So we'll get those in, and then we're going to work on the other bars. It's going to be a trellis style swing arm, so we'll have a bar coming up here, both sides, and then triangulated in between. So we'll get that coped out right now on the milling machine, and then we'll start bending 1-inch tubing. By the way, this is 1.5 inch chromoly tubing. The top bar will be 1 inch. The cross braces in the middle, the triangulated ones, will be 3/4 inch. All zero, or actually this is 0.83 wall. The 1.5 inch, the rest of it is 0.62 wall or whatever, 1/16 of an inch. So yeah, all chromoly tubing. We will get this going right now, and hopefully it turns out. Alright, so we got the top bars all on. Took a little bit of figuring. When I had them, these bends went straight down, and they were inside of these bars. Like the bar, if you looked from top view, is inside, but when it was straight, it kind of looked like they were hanging out a little too much. So the end here, I ground them down on an angle. Now it's all pigeon-toed in. It looks really good. It's the right angle that I want to see it at. They're all tack welded on both sides. So now we're going to do the trellis part of it and put 1-inch tube here, a 1-inch tube here, and then link them together with two 3/4 inch tubes that come up, and they'll triangulate it, look really good. And then we're going to make a little brace here and here just to hold this thing all rigid so nothing can happen. This thing will be super strong. So yeah, we're just going to go to the mill. It's pretty much just straight copes, pretty easy. This one might be a little different. We'll see where they end up being, but yeah, we'll just go to the milling machine, start cutting pieces, and then throwing them in. We'll tack them in as we go, and yeah, should have a tacked up swing arm today, so that'll be nice. All right, so we got this swing arm all tacked up. There's a bunch of shit like these guys. Made a little bend here and tacked it on. I was bouncing between the milling machine, belt sander, bandsaw, everything all over the shop. So it was just hard to take video and trying to figure it out. I fucked up with these two here. One of them was going, both of them were going straight up. And then I took a look back and realized that the chain's just going to run into this. So I had to put a bent one in and then scallop out the inside. We'll put a plate in there later to do that. Right now the thing's just all tacked onto the jig table and it's all tight. Tacked ones onto the bottom of the axle plates here so they can't move either direction. This thing shouldn't move at all. It's all welded to the table nice and tight. Then we will weld this thing up. Finish welding it right now, the whole thing. Cut it off, and then it's ready to go on the bike. We'll get this thing all assembled, see what it looks like with the wheels on. And start working on linkage and stuff. So this is pretty much it. We're just gonna set up the camera and start grinding away welding. So here's the swing arm all made up, and I'm really liking the way it's looking. Next episode, we're going to make the shock linkage mount that goes to the swing arm. We're also going to work on the adjustable axle plates and get the axle made up. The next episode, this thing is going to be a roller. So super excited for that. Thanks for watching.